Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Amelia Marquez. In tonight's news, Motlow State Community College has named a new president. The city of Tullahoma is asking for your help in naming the new aquatic complex. We'll talk with a Tullahoma couple who came up with a little different menu to celebrate Memorial Day, and we'll bring you a video from the Red, White, and U Memorial Day celebration in Winchester. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
It's new car discount season at Stan McNabb Chevy, and we have prices that'll beat anybody else. New vehicles up to $17,000 off. Check out this brand new 2015 Chevy Cruze, automatic Bluetooth XM radio, only $16,900. Chevy, Buick, GMC, Cadillac. Stan McNabb has all the new car brands you love in one location. And don't forget, we'll match or beat any dealer's price or give you a check for $500. And check us out online or schedule your service at stanmcnabb.com.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
Sundrop is proud to present this year's Race for Refreshment 5K and Family Fun Day in Tullahoma's Fraser McEwen Park on Saturday, June 6th at 8 a.m. Proceeds will benefit Blue Monarch, a long-term recovery center serving women and children struggling with abuse and addiction. Register today at bluemonarch.org for this year's Race for Refreshment 5K and Family Fun Day in Tullahoma's Fraser McEwen Park on Saturday, June 6th at 8 a.m. and join Blue Monarch in breaking the cycle of addiction and rebuilding the family.
Welcome back. Anthony J. Kinkle, current president of Wichita Area Technical College in Kansas, has been named the new president of Motlow State Community College. Dr. Kinkle was recommended by Tennessee Board of Regents Chancellor John Morgan. Dr. Kinkle has 30 years of service in public education, including 11 years as a president in higher education. His public service extends beyond education, having been elected 6 times to the Minnesota House of Representatives and twice to the Minnesota Senate. Chancellor Morgan said Dr. Kinkle's variety of experience, including leadership at several community colleges and at the system level, will make him an effective leader for Motlow. Dr. Kinkle was chosen to lead Wichita Area Technical College, one of the largest 2-year colleges in the Kansas Board of Regents system, in December 2010. During his tenure, enrollment has grown 15%. The college's National Center for Aviation Training was selected by the National Association of Manufacturing to develop the national standards in aviation curriculum. The number of students earning a credential doubled and job placement increased each year. Motlow State's current president, Dr. Mary Lou Apple, previously announced her plan to retire on June 30th after leading the college for 9 years. Dr. Kinkle will begin work at Motlow on August the 1st.
A study by economists with the Federal Reserve Bank System says Tennessee has the most regressive tax system of any state, placing a higher burden on low and middle income workers. The report says Tennessee's tax squeeze requires low and middle class families to pay a larger share of household income in taxes compared to the wealthy. Economists say Tennessee's heavy reliance on sales tax as its major source of revenue hits low and middle income harder as a percentage compared with well-heeled households. The study says tax collections in Tennessee, Mississippi, and West Virginia widen the income distribution by enough to offset savings offered by the federal tax code. Low-income Tennesseans pay as much as 10% of their earnings for sales and property taxes compared to 2 to 3% for upper-income families.
The Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation's Office of Energy Programs says it will offer a 2-tiered rebate on qualifying electric vehicles that are purchased or leased and registered in the state of Tennessee. Electric vehicle dealerships will be responsible for providing the rebate to the consumers after such funds are received from the state. The state will rebate $2,500 on zero-emission battery electric vehicles and $1,500 on plug-in hybrid electric vehicles sold or leased by a Tennessee dealership to Tennessee residents. There is currently $682,000 available for this vehicle rebate program. The program will go into effect for vehicle purchases or leases made after June the 15th of this year. Rebates will be dispersed on a first-come, first-served basis, and when the program will remain active until funds are exhausted.
State officials say they will encourage 2,000 government employees to take early retirement with a variety of enticements. Each department will determine which workers are eligible for the offer. They must be full-time employees who have been on the payroll for at least 5 years. The buyout plan includes 4 months worth of base pay and $500 for each year of service. Workers accepting the buyout will also get 6 months of subsidized health insurance and up to $15,600 in tuition assistance. The deadline to apply is July 17th. State officials say if not enough workers take early retirement, involuntary layoffs could result.
The City of Tullahoma is asking residents to vote for the name of the new Tullahoma Outdoor Aquatic Complex. Residents may cast their vote at City Hall or on the web at tullahomanews.com or tullahomatn.gov. The 5 nominations include Splash Landing, Splash Down, Splash Lagoon, Splash Island, and The Splash. You have until June the 5th to cast your vote. In April, Mayor Curley invited the public to assist the city by suggesting names for the new pool. The names listed on the ballot are the finalists selected from the names submitted. The person who nominated the eventual winning entry will win 30 free passes to the new outdoor aquatic complex. Stay with us. We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
The wait is finally over. The 2015 50th anniversary Ford Mustang is finally here. This is one awesome vehicle. Let me give you a few stats on this V8 Mustang. 435 horsepower, independent rear suspension, 25 miles per gallon, and this is the one you've been waiting for. 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. Don't blink an eye or you'll miss it. Come by Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester and check it out. The 2015 Mustang, the all-new redesign, will leave you speechless.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Cove Lake, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Martin Weakley, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, Rugby in the Big South Fork, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back. Memorial Day is often celebrated in our backyards with barbecue grills blazing, but we found a couple who chose to boil up a little bit of one pot wonder. Jim and Corrine Troop, who have spent a little bit of time on the South Carolina coast, treated their guests to a low country boil. Jim stopped by and spoke with Jim and Troop to get a few tips on how it's done.
Folks, today is being Memorial Day is a day when people are gathering with family and friends and doing lots and lots of fun things, and food always plays a big part of that. And of course, a lot of people are doing hamburgers and hot dogs and such. But today we're at the home of Jim and Corrine Troop, and they're doing something a little bit different today. And it may be quite common, but I actually hadn't seen it done, so I'm glad to be here today. I'm speaking with Jim Troop. Jim, tell us what you're cooking out here today on this Memorial Day.
Well, we're having a low country boil today. Years ago, we lived in South Carolina, and when we were over there, they boiled up all this stuff in a pot and they dumped it out on the table, and I was like, "What in the world are you doing?" And we got to eat it, and it was really very good. So we've done it a few times, maybe not on this scale. We got a few folks here today, but we're really kind of excited to be able to share this with you. It's really very simple. It's very good. It's easier than hamburgers and hot dogs. It takes a little time, but it's easy, and you don't fry anything. That's kind of the thing I kind of like about it. You get an opportunity to have some really good spicy food, and you don't have to, you still get the grill cranked up, but you don't have to really have anything fried.
So we can assume then that, is it fair to say that this is healthier than maybe perhaps some of the fried things you might cook on the grill that are fried?
Well, we're not using a low-fat sausage in it, but so if you did that, it probably would be better. but what it is low country boil, and it's really very simple. It's potatoes and corn on the cob, and Polish sausage or smoked sausage, and shrimp. And you get that going in a big pot, and you do crab and shrimp boil in there with it, and it's just really good. So load it up with some butter. I shouldn't say that. That's not healthy, is it? No.
That's okay. That's okay because it's a holiday, for goodness sakes.
Okay. Well, yeah, but but it's really very tasty and very easy to do. So just So.
Is there some tradition to this or something that you've done? Have you done this through the years or whatever?
Well, our youngest child is like 28, and the first time we kind of encountered it was when she was an infant, literally, and we've had the opportunity to share this with friends and family and others over the years, and so we really enjoy it, and we're looking forward to sharing this with our friends today and making this a tradition going forward on Memorial Day. We're really excited about having everybody here.
Now this pot behind us here is already going, so you've already got some of the, or do you have all the ingredients in there now?
Just part of the ingredients. I've got potatoes and the sausage in there. So the Polish sausage. So far, you get the water boiling and put the crab and shrimp boil in there. You put the potatoes and the smoked sausage in 20 minutes. Put the corn in 20 minutes. And put the shrimp in at the end for about 5 minutes or so, and then you're good to go. It's just really easy, really simple, just a lot of fun though.
I don't really cook, but this sounds like something maybe I could even do. Did you get this?
Can you boil water?
I can boil water. I can boil water.
You got it.
Did you get this recipe from somebody? Or?
We've always known kind of what it was, and I think Corrine was looking around online here a while back and found a Paula Deen version of it, and it's just kind of confirmed what we've already known and always done. It's just kind of the same thing. So we're really excited about sharing it with everybody today. So.
Well, it's going to be exciting. One of the nice things about this, it looks like to me, and again, I don't know a whole lot about this kind of thing, but he's got everything in the pot, and so he's going to have some time here that he can socialize with all your guests here and that sort of thing. Not something that you really just have to watch real close, do you?
No, watch pod never boils.
I should have known that, for goodness sake. Jim Troop, ladies and gentlemen, a unique meal here on Memorial Day, and I bet it's going to be good. We're going to get to look at it here in just a little bit. Thanks, Jim.
Well, you're quite welcome. Glad to have you with us today.
We'll be right back in a moment after these messages.
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back! Several thousand Franklin County residents celebrated Memorial Day at the Winchester City Park. The event, which was called Red, White, and You, featured the traveling Vietnam Memorial Wall and a performance by entertainer Lee Greenwood. Let's watch some of the highlights from that event.
In 1983, I was touring very heavily, about 300 days a year, traveling the country, and it gave me a chance to get a good handle on the culture and where all Americans live. In towns like this, all across the United States, believe me, it isn't in the big cities, it's here in rural America. Right here in Winchester, Tennessee, and places like that we really love. We raise our kids in a safe environment. We find out to teach morality. We praise God, we salute the flag. Yes, I'm a conservative Christian and a Bible-toting gunman. I swear. So, having said that, I felt compelled to write something that would make America a little more unified. Now, this is back in 1983. We didn't have a war, nothing. There was no ISIS, Al-Qaeda. But I said, you know what? We have to be together. And maybe in this time in history, we're going to be together again. Because maybe it takes another person in the White House. What do you think? Well, we always got that option, don't we? We can vote. So, without further ado, here's a song that's the most recognized patriotic song in America's history. 3 times at #1 on the charts. And God bless all the soldiers who fight and die for us. All those men on the wall, men and women, we salute you. If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. Sing it! And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. Yeah. All right, next one. Oh, sorry. From the lakes of Minnesota, you know what's next? The hills of Tennessee. Across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, what are we gonna say? That I'm proud?
We'll be right back in a moment.
At the time, maybe you were just building a bridge, a business, or a community. Maybe you were simply working for a home or a better tomorrow. At the time, you served out of duty and love of country. But in that time, we see a legacy created, an American dream lived. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
How can toys like these lead to a 6-year-old's death and leave another child permanently brain damaged? Because they're not toys at all. A safety message from your local fire department and this station.
Welcome back. Dan and Fran Markham have brought a new program to Tullahoma called Co-Starters. Co-Starters is a 9-week cohort-based program that equips aspiring entrepreneurs with the insights, relationships, and tools needed to turn ideas into action and turn a passion into sustainable and thriving endeavor. Jim spoke recently with Dan Markham about the program.
Now, this is not something that we have invented. This is not something that we are specifically doing. We're bringing this program to Tullahoma. We've got a grant from the state to provide certain entrepreneurial services and to help that happen in this 13-county area. The 13-county area that we serve starts from the east in Franklin and Coffee County and goes to the west of Wayne and Perry County, which is almost to the river. So it's a large area, but this is our first opportunity we've had to bring co-starters to this area, and it's a very enlightening program. It's amazing how much people already know. There's an instinctive intent to get things done and do it correctly. But one of the biggest problems is entrepreneurs. What defines an entrepreneur? Somebody who has an idea, one, but number two, steps forward, moves on that idea. And so many people don't move forward just because they're afraid of making a mistake. This takes a lot of the doubt out of the area. And you're in there with a cohort of 10 to 12 other people, and you're sharing the similar common problems. You get to understand yourself, you get to understand your business model and how to make that successful. And the other thing, our history has been manufacturing, microcraft and other high-tech companies. Well, this can involve artists, creative folks and music, any kind of business that you want to start. So what we call lifestyle companies. And there's probably 100 lifestyle companies that start for every one large manufacturing firm. And those are vibrant to the community.
You mentioned your career and it involved high-tech kind of manufacturing. But do you see similarities in that when you look? Because I know you spend a lot of time trying to help other people.
Well, there are similarities, and a lot of people say, I know what the customer needs, without going out and finding and inquiring what the customer says they need. And so a lot of companies fail simply because it takes too long for them to modify that thinking to really putting themselves in the customer's value proposition. So yes, there's a lot of commonalities. Many times it's scale, but the principles of good business are doing what's right, getting to understand yourself, getting to understand your customer, knowing what those values are, but knowing how to price your product, knowing what the competition looks like, being able to get the right kind of financing, and the community will do this. It's not us doing it. We're facilitating the process, and we're hosting it here in this facility.
Okay, and this of course is the Markham Center down on Wilson Avenue in Tullahoma. You also mentioned, I think, in the material that I saw that you kind of want the community to be a part of this thing. For instance, mentoring can be helpful. You know,
it takes a village sometimes to raise a child. It certainly did with our children, and they're better people because of the community that surrounds them. And just like the cohorts that will be in there with them, or the other individuals, that you learn from sharing the similar kind of problems and similar types of goals. So yes, we'll facilitate it, but it will be done by folks who've been there and done that before. So we have mentors, and mentors are key. These are experts who have know how to raise money, know how to sell things, know how to give you whatever kind of help that you might need. And facilitators and bankers and community leaders will all be involved in this. We'll play somewhat of a subordinate role just by facilitating it, but for the most part, this will be a community activity.
The pet of the week this week at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter is a black lab named Bingo. Bingo entered the shelter as a stray after she was hit by a car. She's about 8 months old, has had some of her shots, and has been dewormed. Bingo is great with other dogs and children and will receive a free neuter provided by the Tullahoma Animal Shelter. Be sure to check out the Tullahoma Shelter on Facebook for upcoming events and fundraisers. Remember, you can help support your local shelter by adopting, donating, or volunteering. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue.
The Coffee County Humane Society featured pet of this week is Tom. Tom is a terrier mix who needs a forever home with a place to run. The shelter also has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. till 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made in the Coffee County Humane Society, P.O. Box 252, Manchester, Tennessee. Their website is www.coffeehumane.org.
We'll be right back with your weather forecast.
We're having a huge inventory reduction sale going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia with the largest selection in history with over 100 to choose from, any make, any model. Check out this 2014 Kia Forte, 14803, or this 2014 Kia Optima, 19587. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. Any make, any model, over 100 to choose from. Why buy anywhere else?
Serving you as a local firefighter. Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force. Serving Tullahoma. Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
A world without breast cancer is a world with more birthdays. And signing up for the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk will help us get there faster. The American Cancer Society invests in groundbreaking breast cancer research, and we're part of every community. In fact, 1 in 2 women newly diagnosed with breast cancer turns to us for support. Sign up today at makingstrideswalk.org. Together, we can finish the fight against breast cancer.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1962 at 94 degrees. The record low was in 1961 at 37 degrees. Average high on this day is 81 and the average low is 59. Tonight, look for some rain in your forecast with a low of around 64. 50% chance of storms in your forecast for Friday with a high of 82 and a low of 65. That 50% chance of storms remains in the forecast for Saturday with a high of 83 and a low of 64. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a great evening.
And from all of us on Newsleader 6, wishes you and your families a lovely weekend. Thank you.